What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another brand new installment of Renegades Reviews, exclusively here as always on the Casa D18 Studios Channel. I, of course, am your host, the Renegade JJ Williams, continuing on our journey through 31 Days of Disney. And today we're going to be taking a look at Winnie the Pooh, featuring the voice talents of Jim Cummings, Travis Oates, Bud Luckey, Jack Bolter, Tom Kenny, Kristen Anderson Lopez, Wyatt Dean Hall, Craig Ferguson, Huell Hauser, and John Cleese. What's going on, everybody? Thank you for joining me here once again for another brand new installment of Renegades Reviews. As I said in the introduction, we're continuing on our 31 Days of Disney today, and we're going to be taking a look at Winnie the Pooh. And as our movie opens, Winnie the Pooh wakes up to find out that he is out of honey. While out searching for more, Pooh discovers that Eeyore has lost his tail. Pooh, Piglet, Rabbit, Owl, Kanga, and Roo all come to the rescue, while Tigger has his bouncing fun. So Christopher Robin decides to hold a contest in order to see who can find the best replacement for Eeyore's tail. The prize for the winner is a fresh pot of honey. After everyone else's failed attempts to replace Eeyore's tail, Kanga suggests that they use a scarf. She is declared the winner, but the scarf soon unravels. Later on, Pooh still hasn't been able to find any honey, so he goes to visit Christopher Robin and finds a handwritten note reading, and I'm going to spell it out here so that you can understand the story here. GONOUT BIZYBACKSOON C period R period. A misspelling of gone out, busy, back soon, with Christopher Robin's initials. Pooh is unable to read the note, so he asks for Owl's help. Owl's poor reading comprehension skills lead Pooh and friends to believe that Christopher Robin has been abducted by a ruthless and mischievous creature called the Backsun. Rabbit plans to trap the beast by leaving a trail of items that lead to a pit. Meanwhile, Tigger, who wants a sidekick in order to help him defeat the Backsun, recruits a reluctant Eeyore to be a second Tigger. He dresses up like the Backsun and tries to teach Eeyore how to fight. Eeyore manages to escape from Tigger and hides underwater where he discovers an anchor. After a failed attempt to get honey from a beehive, Pooh's imagination and hunger get the better of him. He accidentally eats some mud and falls into the trap that is meant for the Backsun. Rabbit, Owl, Piglet, Kanga, and Roo use Eeyore's anchor replacement as a rope in order to try and get Pooh out, but its weight pulls everyone except for Piglet into the pit. Piglet tries to help them, but consistently overinterprets Rabbit's instructions, leading to the destruction of the only rope that he has with him. He goes to find more rope, but runs into Tigger, and mistaking Tigger's costume for the actual monster, Piglet uses a red balloon to fly away from Tigger, inadvertently knocking some of the storybook's letters into the pit. After the chase, Tigger and Piglet fall into the trap as well. Eeyore reminds Tigger that him being the only one is the most wonderful thing about Tiggers. Eventually, Pooh figures out how to use the fallen letters to form a ladder, and his friends are able to escape from the pit. Christopher Robin, returning from having gone to school, finds his friends and explains the note's true meaning, causing Owl to fly away embarrassed. The honeypot prize is given to the red balloon, much to Pooh's dismay. Pooh then goes to visit Owl for some honey and discovers that Owl, not recognizing what it was, had found Eeyore's tail and is using it as a bell pull. Owl offers Pooh some honey for lunch, but Pooh, ignoring his tummy's loud rumbling, hurries to give Eeyore his tail back. Christopher Robin is proud of Pooh's selflessness, and as a reward for his kindness, Pooh is given a pot of honey twice as tall as he is, and then he and Christopher Robin walk off into the sunset together as our movie comes to its close. I've stayed away from this movie for quite a long time, and it's another one that I now understand why. This movie bored the hell out of me. Don't get me wrong. Jim Cummings is the voice of my childhood, my teen years, quite literally. He's the voice of both Pooh and Tigger in this. And you've heard his name pop up amongst numerous movies that we've covered here in the 31 Days of Disney. But this one just wasn't good. I understand that quite a few of the original Pooh voices have passed on, but there's still a few of them from the 80s and the 90s that are still around, and I wish they had been here. Peter Cullen, best known as the voice of Optimus Prime, is the regular Eeyore. He isn't here for this one. That's the one that really sticks out in my head. But I mean, Craig Ferguson is Owl. I'm not a fan of Craig Ferguson in the first place, and I'm not a fan of the character of Owl. I've always thought that he was way too Mr. Know-It-All. So when he gets things wrong here and he flies off embarrassed, it's kind of like, yeah, freaking know-it-all. You didn't know Jack, did you? Go, hide, be embarrassed. Pain in the butt. It saddens me that I didn't enjoy this movie more than I did, because I grew up with Winnie the Pooh. You can go back in the channel, I'll link it up here, my review of the many adventures of Winnie the Pooh, the 1977 Disney animated classic that took 3 existing movies and put them together in a movie. And that was great. Even though it was 3 existing stories that had already been animated, the way they put them together for the movie was well done. I enjoyed that movie. My Friends Tigger and Pooh, I grew up with because of my daughter. Welcome to Pooh Corner on the Disney Channel. You know, I have roots embedded in Pooh, so maybe I just expect too much from the willy-nilly silly old bear, all stuffed with fluff. This just wasn't it. It just wasn't it. The songs were mediocre at best, genuinely forgettable. And aside from Jim Cummings, the rest of the voice cast didn't even sound like who they were supposed to sound like, because none of them were the traditional voices. Maybe I'm being too hard on this. Let me know in the comments. But when it comes to my rating for Winnie the Pooh, it gets 1.5 out of 5 stars from me. For me, it's just bad. What do you guys think? Let me know. If you're watching the premiere, leave your thoughts and comments over here. If you're watching on demand later in the day, leave your thoughts and comments down here. And let's have that conversation, that discussion, that debate, that interaction that I'm always asking you guys for in the comments below. And make sure you guys tune in tomorrow, right here on the Casa D18 Studios channel, for brand new installments of Renegades Reviews. It is my intention, due to the circumstances that were beyond my control last weekend and earlier this week, to bring you a double feature New Release Saturday, where I will be covering Run Rabbit Run and The Outlaws, both of which are Netflix original movies. And then, of course, later on in the evening, right here on the Casa D18 Studios Channel, the Jeff Meacham Network, and across the Jeff Meacham Network multiverse of media, it'll be time for the Saturday night shenanigans that are open mic night. But it's not just any open mic night this week. No, nay. It'll be open mic game night as we present our version of the Dick Clark classic Pyramid. You don't want to miss out on any of that content right here on the Casa D18 Studios Channel, the Jeff Meacham Network, across the Jeff Meacham Network multiverse of media, Ring of Honor, Death Before Dishonor, Watch Along, hopefully double feature New Release Saturday tomorrow, Run Rabbit Run and The Outlaws, open mic night, game night, and so much more as we continue our journey through the 31 days of Disney right here on Renegades Reviews. Again, you don't want to miss any of it, so make sure you smash that like button, make sure you're subscribed, make sure that notification bell is turned on so you don't miss out anytime a video drops right here on the Casa D18 Studios Channel or anytime we go live, as is the case with Stat Boy Sports Bar, Open Mic Night, pay-per-view PLE watch-along coverage, etc. Share these videos with your family, friends, loved ones, coworkers, movie fanatics, cinephiles in your life, fans of Disney animated films, fans of Winnie the Pooh, fans of Jim Cummings and Craig Ferguson, anybody you can think of that would enjoy this content, this video. Share it with them, as it's the only way we're going to keep my visibility up in YouTube's algorithms now that we are in fact a monetized channel right here on the platform. Thank you once again to everybody out there who joined me and tuned in this afternoon. It means so much more to me than you guys will ever know. And I will see you guys next time.
And now, preview time. So let's take a look at what's coming your way.